Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HobbyKing.com. My name is Stuart and I'm here to bring you on this rather brisk and cold winter's day here at our club out in the Netherlands, a official flight review for a model that unless you've been living under a rock, you definitely would have heard about. It came out a few years ago, but we realized looking through our video library that we hadn't actually done an official flight review on it for some reason. But we're here today to right that wrong and give you an official flight review on the Durafly Goblin. Now, as I said, it's been out a few years, and if you didn't already know what a Goblin is, well, lucky you, I'm here to tell you what it is. It is a 820mm plug and fly racer. Think of it as a somewhat less refined and more economically priced Durafly EFX racer. And I'll explain why I say that in just a moment. It is 820mm, as I say. It's plug and fly. That means it comes with the brushless motor included. It's a 1400 kV outrunner on this one. It has a 7x6 propeller. It's got a custom designed for the model, very nice big and also air-cooled hollow tipped spinner, and it has an Aerostar 45 amp speed controller and has 3 servos for the control. Now, when I talked about being slightly less refined, that's one of the areas. The EFX and the EF Extras, they are slightly bigger, and that allows them to have that 4-channel control, by which I mean aileron, throttle, elevator, and rudder. It doesn't have a rudder on the Goblin, but it doesn't really need it. That does save some weight and some cost to you guys. So it is just a basic 3-channel model, but as you will see in just a minute, it flies very, very well. And speaking of flying, this is what we're flying it on. Now, this is a old but much loved A-Spec, Turnigy A-Spec pack. These were brilliant packs back in the day. This is probably around 7 or 8 years old now, but it's still running very, very strong. Anyway, you don't want to get distracted because you want to run the Goblin on anything from a 1400 to 1800 4S. And I have this one in my box and I love this pack, and that's what I'm flying on today. So if you're wondering where it goes, well, let's get a closer look at the model. It's a magnetically held hatch. There it is there. I'm going to raise the model up now. You'll see the small compartment at the rear here for the elevator servo. To the side of that, I've got my 6-channel receiver, and this area here is, of course, the battery bay. There is the XT60 from the speed controller that is actually underneath the fuselage, and I'll get onto that in just a moment. So that 1800 that I mentioned fits in very, very nicely there, and will give you around 5+ minutes flight time. So if I replace that hatch, you'll get a reassuring click. There it is. And we'll talk a little bit more about the assembly of the model, and that's how it also differs from similar models like the EFX. This doesn't screw together, this is a glue together model. And out of the box you get the 3 main components. You get the tail surface, the wing, and the fuselage. The wing is glued to the fuselage, as is the tail surface. Now, I'm mentioning this because the speed controller is mounted underneath the fuselage, so once that wing is glued on, you pretty much can't get access to it. So if you want to look back through our video library, as we have been doing, and reference the tips bench I gave on using a servo checker to check both motor and speed controller, that's something you definitely want to do, or you can definitely recommend when you come to assemble the Durafly Goblin. You do want to check the speed controller and the motor are working absolutely correctly before you glue the wing on, because once that wing's on, you can't pretty much get to it after that. Out of the box, it comes, well, it should come with a quick setup guide, but you will want to take a look at the manual, and I'll tell you why. Now, in that first batch, there wasn't sufficient amount of down thrust, so in the manual, there's a little caveat there to check this gap here. This should be around 4 to 5 millimeters. If it's not, there's instructions in that manual to show you how to very quickly and conveniently adjust that to the down thrust that it needs. You'll see out there how well it flies now. This is the standard setting as it should be, with that 4 to 5 mil gap at the top, and we're going to be again flying it on the 1800 4S. Now, it's a very, very stunning scheme, and it's good because the light is fading a bit here, but you'll see it really pops up in the even in the grey sky like this. It is a little bit windy, but it's rock solid up there. Speeds of up to 100 miles an hour. We don't know exactly ourselves right now today because we have no way of measuring it, but it is indeed very, very fast. And again, stunning scheme. I like to call this the Kill Bill scheme, this yellow and black. And if I turn it over, you can see that it's equally stunning on the bottom. You've got skid plates that are included that need to be glued on for the assembly. You can see that the servos are mounted underneath, but they face with the servo horns up above the surface. It's great because, of course, being a hand launch model, it's also going to have to be a belly lander like that. So all those critical parts are above the contact point. So that's about it for the talking heads, as we call it, here on the bench. We are now going to go out, once I've warmed up my hands and before the sun goes down, and give you an official flight review or flight demo of the Durafly Goblin. Rolling?
Rolling.
Okay, welcome back. So you would see, if you're observant, that it's a different day to when we did the introduction for the Durafly Goblin. We found that with that overcast it was just too tricky for the camera to follow. So it's a clearer day now, a little less wind, but it's colder, but it's still a good conditions for flying the Goblin. So we're going to give you a official flight demo of the Durafly Goblin. Now I'm going to be launching this underarm, so you want to hold a little bit of right aileron to counter the torque and a little bit of up. And keep in mind, it is colder, so the batteries won't perform as well, and by that I mean flight times will be reduced, but you can still expect to get a good 4 to 5 minute flight time even in these colder months, and it is below freezing here right now. Alright, ready?
Ready.
Okay, launching. We've got this. There it is, away. That's at half throttle. How's that on camera?
Good. That was a good launch.
A little bit of trim. I'll bring it back around. It gets small quick, but look, for me, that's really standing out against the blue. How's that on camera?
I think good. I'm a little bit zoomed out, but
how's that?
Yeah, cool.
Got it?
Okay,
So there we go. So that yellow and black really sticking out nicely. Now this is just on half power. This is a 4S 1800. Just going to cruise around for a bit. Let the camera get used to it. Trim it out a little bit. Yeah, really, really nice. Now I'm going to take it up and show you the vertical. That's the vertical. Lost it on camera, or are we okay?
It's so small, Stuart.
Alright, okay, here we go. Full power pass. And I'll bank and yank to keep it close. Now the other way. How are we doing on camera?
Yeah, this is good.
Alright.
I zoomed out. So.
This is the bane of RC cameramen across the world. Small, fast models, but we'll try and show you as best as we can. I haven't got any room for it because it's only 800mm span for an onboard camera. Hopefully you get the impression. Maybe that's why we didn't do a official flight demo in the first place. It's just that much harder to see on camera. But for the naked eye and for the pilot, it's really, really easy to see. A little bit of trim there. How's that now?
Yeah, that's better.
All right, let's do some low and slow, just so we can prove that we are actually flying it right now and you can see it. So it really handles gracefully at these lower speeds. Look at that. That's about a third throttle. I'm gonna bring it around again. No rudder, but just in the ailerons is enough. A little bit of elevator. Then I'm going to go into full power once I'm leveled off. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Full power. Going up, 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 up. I'm going to roll off the top there. Really hope you can see that. If we stay wide, we should be okay. I'm going to bring close to the camera. Full power pass. 4S Durafly Goblin. Yeah, it's nice. It's definitely not EFX fast, but it's got enough speed to be fun. You can also try it on a LIHV if you want a little bit more power. You can do a loop now if we stay wide on camera.
Yep.
Looping up. Nice and big as you want them. Beautiful against the clear blue sky. Exit off of that. I'll do a roll now at this point. That's low rate. Did you get that?
Yep.
Alright. Let's try high rate. And I've got to be careful because it's really high on high rate. You ready?
Ready.
Alright, rolling to the left, high rate. Ready now. Oh, no. That's why I don't roll in high rate. Now, I'm going to try and do a stall turn. Now, it doesn't have rudder, but what I'm going to do is bring it around into the wind. And if you get it right, you can stall it on the ailerons, or stall turn it on the ailerons. So let's bring it round, bring it this way a bit. I'm going to pop up in a minute, take it into higher rates, go up, and then just let it stall, and then just kind of kick the ailerons. And yes, you see that?
Yep.
It will stall turn. Power off now. Beautiful exit. We'll do a fast pass this way. It's grooving really, really nice. It's doesn't have a gyro or anything like that. It doesn't need it. Solid, rock solid. So if you're looking for a good sports fast model that can slow down really nicely and flies as on rails, and you don't mind a little bit of gluing the assembly, check out the Durafly Goblin. That's a low rate roll. Colors certainly pop, and we should have stock in most warehouses now. And it's just a good all-around throw in the back of your boot model. Look at that. Those colours. I mean, I hope you can see on camera, but that, what I call the Kill Bill colour scheme, the yellow and black, really pops nicely. And we're back, I think.
Yep.
Focus good.
Focus is good.
All right. So there you go. Flight in the circumference of the field. I'm about a third throttle now. A little bit of up. There we go. It's flying super nice. But then if you want to open it up, away she goes. Let's try a really low pass. You have to zoom out for this now.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Ambulance in the background there. Fast and low. Oh, there it is. And up she goes. Alright, well, I think you're struggling to see it now. I'm going to land it and we'll sign off for this official flight demo. Another fast pass this way. Yes! That's my timer. I'll do that stall turn again with the ailerons if I can. Yeah. And we'll roll off of that. Come around, let the speed bleed off, sorry. Get some height now. And we're going to bring it into land. Power off, a little bit more power just to get over the threshold. A bit more power, Stuart. A bit more power. And oh, look how it skids along the frozen floor there. That was amazing.
That was nice.
So there we go. That was the official flight review. We hadn't actually done a flight review on our channel of the Goblin before when it first released a few years ago. But like I said, if you're looking for a throw in the back of your trunk, fly anywhere, anytime kind of model, it's very, very reasonably priced. Check it out on the site now. It should be available in a warehouse. This is flying on an 1800 4S, and well, that's the Durafly Goblin. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time soon here on HobbyKing.com for another flight demo of one product or another. Please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll look out for those comments below here. There'll be a link to the product below this video as well, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.